Hey guys, coming at you with another retro system, and today I have an IBM Aptiva from 1998. This particular system still has the original spec sticker on the case. As we can see, it's a model E96 Machine type 2138. So this is a 333 MHz Pentium 2, originally shipped with Windows 98. And as you can see on the sticker, it shipped with a lot of, well, what I would call bloatware. Some of the hardware has been upgraded throughout the years, and the original hard drive and Aptiva software build is long gone. But stick around for the rest of the video. I'm going to go over what remains of the original system, how I've upgraded so far, and my attempt to restore the original IBM Aptiva experience from a software perspective. And of course, I had to pair this tower with an IBM monitor, at least for this video. We have a G54. This monitor is also from 1998, so it makes a good match. As far as upgrades go, the RAM has been up to 128 megabytes from 96. The hard drive with a fresh install of Windows 98 SE upgraded to 12 gigs from the original 8. That is how I bought the system. From there, I also put in a Voodoo 3 PCI and Sound Blaster 16 to replace the onboard ATI Rage graphics and Crystal Audio, respectively. Now, what really got me excited was doing some research into what could be done to restore the software build to its original state, because I knew IBM shipped recovery CDs with all of their Aptiva systems. I did some scouring on archive.org, and unfortunately I couldn't find the exact CD I needed, but I managed to find a disc from a similar Aptiva system released around the same time. So it didn't match the exact model number, but it did match the machine number, which I was hoping would be good enough for the system to allow me to do the recovery. So all I had to do here was insert the CD at boot up, and the system did everything for me. It recognized the recovery CD, gave me a warning that I was about to wipe my hard drive, formatted the disk, and started a fresh install of Windows and a plethora of other software. Once complete, it had me remove the disk and reboot. And starting up, I was greeted with the old tutorial on how to use my mouse, which is always a nice touch. After Windows found all of my hardware, I was ready to rock and roll with the splash screen. So it finally looks like I am now ready to start my Aptiva adventure. And after answering a few simple questions, the system starts to install some more utilities and software packages, config safe, and Norton antivirus. And after another reboot, I finally arrived to see a new IBM custom wallpaper and Aptiva panel and channel guide. And I'm a little disappointed with what came with this particular disk. If you recall what was on the sticker for my particular model, there was a full Lotus software suite. Not to be found on this disk, just your typical bloatware utilities, though PC Docker is pretty cool as you get some pretty detailed system info with the ability to troubleshoot and run various component tests. Also included is this 90s-esque IBM screensaver. So just going through the whole software package here, Home Director was a home automation utility for programming your lights and appliances, that sort of thing. Config safe, I didn't play around with this one much. I believe it is some sort of system restore tool. Norton, of course. The Yamaha soft synth, I didn't play around with this one much, as well as I had my Roland SC55 hooked up. So a lot of channel buttons here that had built-in offline web pages to act as a preview to various web experiences of the time. And finally, I was able to install AOL 3.0. As I'm very familiar with this program, I spent many hours on AOL as a teen, and this was a huge nostalgia trip for me. The previous owner removed the modem, so I wasn't able to attempt a connection, but I don't have a landline phone either, so I wouldn't have got very far anyway. Well, let's take another few minutes to take a look at the tower. So you'll notice the Yamaha CD drive is sunk in a little. I purposely did that to allow the case to fully close, as it is difficult to shut it when the drive is extended all the way out. That drive, by the way, is not the original, and I used it for this build because I find it reads burned CDs a little bit better. Curved handle at the top for easier carrying. And on the bottom, we have extendable duck feet on all four corners. Let's zoom in and see what the manufacturing tag info has for us. Manufacturing date of C825. I'd imagine the C is for March, 8 for 98, and 25 being the day. Not sure, but that's my best guess. At the front of the case, underneath here, you have a latch which releases the locking mechanism. So we have two USB ports, PS2 mouse and keyboard. It's no surprise with the onboard audio and video that your connections are here with the other motherboard stuff. This metal tab is another locking mechanism for the toolless case. And I did mention that I did install my Voodoo 3, which is PCI, and an ISA SP16 Vibra. Now for the toolless case, it is still quite a pain to remove, as you can see me struggling here. I mean, the easiest thing to do is to lift vertically and let gravity help you out, but I wanted to get a horizontal shot of sliding it off, and it took some effort. One thing I wanted to point out, and I kind of did a MacGyver here, is I found the power button on the case wouldn't always connect with the system button. So I squeezed a bit of plastic twist tie into the hole to add some extra material that extends to make the physical connection. So final thoughts on the system. I'm definitely going to do a fresh install of Windows 98 SE without all the Aptiva extras. But that being said, for the long term, although there are plenty of expansion slots, I'm just not enjoying the motherboard. There's no AGP expansion slot, and the onboard video and audio, although you can disable, it's still a bit of a pain to manage, and I'd rather have a clean setup without having to worry, because I've had some games still detect the onboard ATI rage in spite of it being disabled. Still, it's a cool relic to have, and I've enjoyed my time playing around with it. Well, until next time, take care.